Welcome back everyone to the Professor Failure channel. I'm your host Andrew, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SS America. And with me today is Robby from Robby Grisham.
Thanks for having me, Professor Failure.
So the SS America was a ship like no other. It somewhat had a great life and a tragic end. So today we're going to be diving into the life of the SS America.
Whoa, stop. So the SS America was one of the most notable ships in its time. Its sister ship, which is named the SS United States, is sitting in Philadelphia abandoned and rotting away. But we'll get back to that some other time. The SS America had a much more horrific fate and is sitting and rotting away on the shores of an island. So let's explore the history of the SS America.
So the United States Lines were building a ship at the cost of $1 million, and in the 1940s it was finished and ready to sail. It was a modern cruise ship and it was one of the nicest in its class. The ship was 723 feet long and had a top speed of 24 knots, and it could carry 1,200 passengers.
It set out on its maiden voyage from New York in 1940. 1 year later, it was listed in World War II in 1941. She was refitted into a troop carrier and could carry over 9,000 passengers.
She ended up not sinking in the process and was converted back into an ocean liner and was finally serving her purpose. But in 1952, they made a more modern version of her called the SS United States. But now it was determined that ocean liners weren't really needed anymore because planes were the new way of making faster transatlantic journeys, and they were way faster than cruise ships. And ocean liners weren't really used anymore. So ocean liners were really only used for pleasure rides than anything.
The vessel was sold in 1964 and went through some major changes, even getting a repaint, and was renamed, but for simplicity's sake, we'll still call her the SS America.
In 1978, she was sold again and repainted and renamed, and was going to do regular cruises, but the owners didn't care for her like they should have been, and inside it was especially not doing very well, and it was kind of looking depressing.
She was sold a third time, and when they bought her, they removed her funnel and repainted her. She had looked a lot different, and it was almost hard to tell that it ever looked like this.
At this point, she continued to do cruises, but in 1980 she was sold again and really didn't do much. The company had made many plans for her that did not come to pass, and for the next few years the ship sat there rotting away in the water.
And this time the ship partially flooded as a result of one of the pipes bursting, and it was saved, but the ship's fate was still unknown until the scrapyard offered $2 million for that ship. But it was saved by a company in Thailand, and they were going to save the ship and restore it to make it a floating hotel.
She was now getting ready for her last journey, and she was being tugged by a tugboat. This journey that she was going to take would take over 100 days to complete, although the weather had gotten worse and worse and the two ships were disconnected.
During this, they were forced to leave the ocean liner and get to shore, and the mighty ship was sailing on its own for the last time. On January 18th, the SS America had washed up on the beach in good condition. This was a good thing, as it could have sank and not been saved at all, although it wasn't saved and somehow had a worse fate.
We'll get back to you after this short break.
Do you not like having your ship crash on the shore of an island and having it rot away? Well, we have a solution. Introducing the SS America Insurance. Here at the SS America Insurance, we keep your ships from being deemed a total loss. You don't have to worry about that because we can help you with many ships, such as the Titanic, the World Discover, the Oceanos, and more. If you have a ship problem, we will be there as soon as possible because this is totally not a scam. We would never scam our customers for anything. If you call us within the next 20 minutes, you can get our deluxe edition of the SS America Insurance. Better hurry and call us at 1-800-1-800-1-800 because this is a limited time offer. Call right now.
The company had to find out what they were going to do because the ship sat there in okay condition, but time was limited now and nature did take its course while the waves crashed on the ship, slowly destroying it.
The ship had taken the final straw and was split in half and was deemed a total loss. And because of this, it became a major tourist attraction and people from all over the world went to see the ship.
The stern fell down and was eaten away by the water, but the bow stood upright. Because the bow stood upright, it made it look pretty interesting for sightseers to come and see.
Many people actually died as a result of trying to swim over to the wreck. Because the waves were so intense, some people even drowned getting to the wreck, and some were stranded on the ship and had to be lifted off via helicopter.
In 2005, the bow had fallen over because the bottom of the ship was being eaten away by seawater, and over the years the ship had been being eaten away by the waves and is now pretty much gone as of 2022.
There are still pieces of that ship all over the shore, but there really isn't much left, and as the next few years come, it will completely vanish.
The whole story itself was pretty amazing, and even now I still think it had a pretty interesting story for many reasons. But I do think it was pretty tragic that the ship was eaten away like it was and was subjected to this fate.
And that was the story of the SS America. You know, I thought it would somehow be like a Cinderella story and be okay, but I guess I was wrong.
Well, everyone, that was the story of the SS America. Thank you, everyone, for coming and watching all the way to the end of the video. If you would like a shout out in the beginning of next videos, go ahead and comment down below what you think we should do next, or just comment down below in general. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. Also, I want to thank Robby for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me, Professor Failure.
Well, everyone, thanks for watching today's video, and if you'd like to see some more shipwreck videos, come back next time when we take a look at our sister ship, the SS United States. Also, Aaron's going to be covering Vlad the Impaler next month, so I'll see you then. Bye, guys!